C Matrix here. Go get right into it. Wayne did an interview with DJ Drama on Revolt TV, and this cleared up a lot of things. And it was actually a legendary interview because DJ Drama legendary also. So the reason I'm gonna get right into it though, the reason Lil Wayne doesn't listen to his own albums, the only reason is because, like I said before, rappers can speak more freely. He said that, he said that before that he doesn't listen to his albums is because they can talk more freely on the mixtapes. On the album is part of like, what you got signed for. That's what that's what you're getting paid millions for. You get your show money on the back end. I never been in the music industry, by the way, y'all. I just got a passion for music, and it's just that strong that I paid attention to all this stuff and memorized it. So with that being said, he doesn't listen to his own albums because that's the way he had. It's the way he had to talk about certain things. What they tell you. The label tells you. What you have to talk about on certain topics and everything. What you're gonna have to promote within the albums. So, you know, like before, he was talking about just if he had a favorite mixtape or anything. For example, in the albums though, like I was saying, you got the brands and everything like Mercedes. You got different Gucci, different clothing brands and everything. You got to say those kind of things. It's almost like they outline it in your contract. There's just from history, what histories have shown us. With the rappers and everything, they wear it. They go to the fashion shows. They promote it. They do everything for it. So. He said, Drama asked him if he had a favorite mixtape or anything. Is like I said before, he said he just makes his music and keeps it going and if he had a favorite song, he might bump it in the car or something like that. He just makes his songs and keeps it moving on. Tells Mac Main, and if you don't know Mac Main, by the way, is his best friend. He been in the picture since like '03 or something like that. Probably before then. He said he knew him since middle school and everything, but he was never like he wasn't in baller blocking. So put it like that, y'all. So he explained plenty of time. Mac Main been in the picture since forever, but like I said, he was asked, for example, like if he could talk about like on the hood on the albums, you can't talk about a bunch of hood stuff on the albums because if you have a lot of a lot of white fans, I'm sorry, y'all, you got a lot of white fans out there. A lot of different demographics that listen to you. They not gonna really understand that like in a trap rap. The whole trap is like a whole different language. And that's why people didn't understand Future. That's why they call his his stuff mumble rap. But anybody in the ghetto, we knew exactly what he was saying. Everybody knew what Future was talking about, and that's just like what Jeezy was saying back in '05 when he came out. They banned all the snowman shirts in school. I remember I was in summer school freshman year. They banned all the snowman shirts. They said you couldn't wear anything with snowman. They banned it. So, that Lil Wayne had that kind of effect on people, on the youth. And you can't say a lot of stuff on there. Anything that'll influence the wrong crowd of youth. Because black kids don't have access to do the things that the white kids do, like buy the drugs and everything. The black kids, they usually just trying to find a way out to get money. It's some white kids out there too that it's the same thing. As a person, when you get tired of the struggle, it's for anybody. So that's what they were trying to do. But just statistically in hood stuff, the white kids have access to those things. That what I'm saying, that's how it worked. That's how they end up getting on drugs. That's why you keep seeing all the intervention shows and talking about, he was only 17, 18, he didn't know what he was taking. They don't talk about the music part in those kind of tragedies, what I'm saying? But it do play a big part because, they getting paid for it. They don't want to mess up their money or nothing, They go just say, he just died from an overdose. And he got it from a black kid or a guy who was just selling drugs, That goes back to even the faculty movement. Zeke, he was selling white kids his own mix of drugs to the white kids or whatever, and he was, he had the access to do it. He had a whole laboratory in his parents' home, who was always away on business, never paid attention to him. He was always in trouble with school. That's how it goes in the suburban white communities. And that's why Lil Wayne and other rappers can't talk about so many hood things on their albums. They save it for the mixtapes. Tell me I'm lying. This is all facts, y'all. I know this go a little extra deep, but I'm a deep person. And this is how it goes. You know, after that, he was asked about Truck Fit brand and, you know, what kind went dormant for a while. And remember, I kept talking about it. He actually explained that he stopped talking about it because he had a lot of soccer moms and moms listening to his stuff, and he can't be on the song talking about Truck Fit and running up in your house. You know, so, like, that's just what I said. So, before I even heard that part. But he also explained about leading by example for his artists and everything. So, but we only know a little twist in Mac Man. You know, we know he got other artists, but, you know. So, the last topic was more important, was the Verzuz battle thing, man. Okay, so he said he wouldn't do a battle because he don't want to embarrass nobody. You know, nobody can compete with him. He don't want to hurt nobody's feelings because nobody can fuck with him. And that's why he literally said it out of his own mouth, y'all. So there it is, and, you know, that's why he said he don't want to do no verses. But, Wayne, stay off the camera, bro. Stay off the interviews. Keep it the way you is, man. I'm glad you did the interview with DJ Drama. You know what I'm saying? Y'all deserve that interview to do that. It's time for that. DJ Drama, man, you legendary, too. It's like y'all did the interview together. It's kind of good. It worked out. So, both of y'all legendary. And Drama, you did a lot for the hip-hop community, black community, you know what I'm saying? Like, not black, but, you know, hip-hop community. And he was like the first Metro Boomin. He was the first all of it. And I ain't talking about just in history, bro. I'm talking about in modern mixtape. Rap, Lil Wayne started the mixtape series, you know what I'm saying? Where him and Jeezy, you know, that's, you know, Jeezy, Gucci Man. But one thing though, y'all. So Lil Wayne, this is album list. And, you know, he got all these albums. You know, he got all of them good. You know, he got a nice little catalog. So, you know, starting back then, but Gucci Man, he got 80 mixtapes, bro. Everybody always talking about Gucci, the dedication series and all this other. That's because Wayne is mainstream, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Back in 08 and all that, bro, Gucci Man was dropping them bangers, bro. 80 solo and collaborative mixtapes, bro, with everybody. He got mixtapes. Wayne only got 29. 29, bro. This me, bro. This me. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember me? I did this before. I'm the one who started talking about all this. Wayne only had 29, bro. It's compared to Gucci Man's 80 mixtapes, bro. Gucci Man was going hard, bro. And you know, he was talking about he can't do it because he had feature Wayne and this and that and versus the other Wayne. And nah, you got to do it with Gucci. That's the Verzuz battle right there. Gucci Man, but he don't even drop mixtapes no more. He just, you know, he only dropping with his artists. Bro, you got to get back in that mixtape game, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know all the controversy that's been going on, but you could have hit the 100 mixtape mark. Wayne can't say he had 100 mixtapes. He can't say that, bro. He could say, you know what I'm saying, they was the best and this and that. They had the most streams and this and that. But I'm sure Gucci Man then had the numbers to back that up. I'm sure I should have looked that up while I was doing this. But Kendrick Lamar only got 5 mixtapes. And so that says a lot right there. Young Boy at least got 26. Young Boy got more mixtapes than Kendrick Lamar. I know Kendrick Lamar make good music, but like, bro, if you got to express yourself, like I said, like them, you know what I'm saying? He listened to these dudes. Kendrick Lamar listened to these guys, bro. And this just some of Gucci Man mixtapes, bro. He got hellas. So it's just, and you can listen to all of them, bro. Like, and bro, come on, man. Everybody know this, dog. So Wayne, he got plenty of albums. You know what I'm saying? All, you know, he got the album. He got the Carter series. You know, of course. Drama hosted over 800 mixtapes, bro. Well, who has done that, bro? Why is he not in the BET Awards, getting awards and all that for the songs he done produced? And, you know, it's just a lot we don't hear about. Khaled, we hear about Khaled, which is crazy, bro. But like I said, man, 80 mixtapes. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. Like, share this. I want the people to just, I need to hear, like, you know, am I tripping? Like, you know, like, Gucci Man got 80 mixtapes. We need a mixtape versus battle. You can't even keep up with Gucci Man mixtape catalog, Wayne. What's up? We got to do something, bro. Mac, you need to send this to Wayne. Mac, do that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Future talking about album of the century coming. We gonna be talking about that too. Yeah.